Today, we're really unpacking something special, the Love Campaign. It's this movement, focused on helping young people find their real purpose, live a life filled with authentic love. We've gathered some really fascinating sources for this, timelines, thematic stuff, even song lyrics that capture its heart. So our mission today for you is to explore how it all started, see how it's grown over the years, and really uncover what it offers, especially if you're a teen or young adult trying to make sense of things.
Yeah, and what's really interesting is tracing that journey. It started as just a spark, an idea more than 10 years ago, went through different names, different phases, and now it's leading up to this really exciting event that captures its message for today. You might find this message is truly made for you.
Okay, so every movement has that origin story, right? That spark. What do the sources tell us about where the Love Campaign actually began, way back in 2011?
Right. So the seed, the very first idea, was planted back in May 2011. It began with talks about a Pure Teens campaign. They were drawing inspiration from places like Jason Everett's Pure Love Club, the Movement of Pure Hearts, that kind of thing. Also the TOB evangelization team. For anyone listening, TOP usually means theology of the body. It's a framework exploring identity, love, sexuality from a spiritual angle. So these key people were studying this specifically for teens and even thinking about maybe a movie project based on it.
Wow. Okay, so not just a quick idea, but rooted in some pretty deep thinking and an educational base from the get-go. What were those first focus areas for the Pure Teens idea?
Well, by September 2011, it was getting clearer. The Pure Teens campaign, managed by Outreach and the Teens Ministry together, had specific goals. The sources show they focused on really key things for young people: dating and relationships,
Okay.
the impact of pornography and media, understanding sexuality, and also preparing teens, helping them think about discerning vocations. It was pretty holistic,
Right.
right from the beginning, aiming to cover a lot of ground.
That makes sense. And it sounds like it gained traction quickly, even getting presented to the bishop. So what led to the change, the shift to the Pure Hearts campaign?
Yeah, so by January 2013, those discussions evolved. It led to renaming it Pure Hearts. And the sources suggest this was pretty strategic. They wanted to broaden the reach, not just teens, but maybe a wider youth audience. It kept focusing on those four core areas, but planned to use workshops, tracks, online communication. There was even a proposal back then for a Facebook page to get the word out, find volunteers, post links, practical tips, spiritual exercises for remaining pure. So really thinking ahead about building an online community for young people even then.
Interesting. So the name change reflected bigger ambitions. How did Pure Hearts then become the Love Campaign, the name we know now? And what about that first big conference? That sounds pivotal.
Absolutely pivotal. That shift really locked in during 2014. Leading up to it, they ran this 25-day campaign called Dare to Love. That was July to August. Built some real buzz. Then, August 2014, came the first ever Destination Love conference. The theme was This is Love, and it was right at the end of that conference, that's when it was officially named the Love Campaign. The sources also mention this cool exhibition part where volunteers talked one-on-one with attendees, explaining the topics, really personal.
Dare to Love. That tagline really stuck, didn't it?
Yep.
And it wasn't just a one-time thing, clearly. It became, foundational.
Exactly. Dare to Love wasn't just a slogan. They printed pledge cards. It became the campaign's core message, really. And to keep the energy going, the Love Campaign became a regular part of the monthly Cross Connections. Our sources suggest Cross Connections is like a regular community platform that really helps sustain the momentum all year round.
Right, keeping it present. Then there was a second Destination Love conference later on. What was the focus there?
Yes, September 2017. The second one was called Pure Heart Revolution. Very powerful title. And this whole conference, it was based on an updated version of that TOB for Teens material by Jason Everett. So again, you see that commitment to solid teaching and also making sure the volunteers were really well equipped with the latest stuff to share effectively.
And keeping up with the times. How has the campaign continued to adapt, especially with how young people communicate now?
Yeah, they kept innovating. Like in January 2020, they started the You study group based on an even newer TOB for Teens version. The specific goal there was training up new leaders, people who could then go out and share this in schools, on campuses, and showing they really get how youth connect. The Instagram page for the Love Campaign launched in February 2020. That's a clear sign of adapting, meeting young people where they are online.
Okay, so this whole journey, this evolution,
Yeah.
what does it all mean for you listening today? How does it all lead into this upcoming Destination Love conference?
Well, connecting the dots, that journey has real impact right now. Like that first You study group, they started training a second group in June 2023. So the message keeps spreading through new leaders. And here's something pretty amazing the sources mentioned. The coordinator for the second batch, Beatrice, she's the daughter of Roy P. Dewey. He was one of the key people following up on the original Pure Teens campaign back in 2011.
Wow, that's incredible. A real generational connection.
Isn't it? It shows this amazing legacy being built. And it's not just internal training. They're doing parish reach-outs. Like in Trillic last August, Pelham this past February. It's active. It's happening now.
That continuity is fascinating. It really speaks to the staying power of the message. So this all brings us to Destination Love 2025. What's the core message this time? The rallying cry for this year's event.
The theme for Destination Love 2025 is powerful. It's made for this. And it's rooted right in Psalm 139. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows it very well. So the whole theme is about understanding your inherent worth, your unique purpose, especially when the world throws so much conflicting stuff at you.
Made for this. That is such an empowering message, especially for young people trying to figure things out. Can you unpack that a bit more? What does made for this really mean for them?
It cuts deep. It's this idea that you're not an accident. You're not defined by social media likes or trends. Like those lyrics we saw pointed out, you're made for love, not for lust. You're made to forgive, not to avenge. Made for truth, not the twist. And the campaign connects this to life choices too, like being made to bring life, not to contracept. It reflects this deep belief in the purpose behind human connection, behind life itself. It's basically a call to stand for what's pure and true, to recognize that your life, your heartbeat, it has a divine purpose. It affirms who you are and what you're meant for.
That sounds incredibly transformative, really affirming. So what can people actually expect if they go to Destination Love 2025? Beyond the amazing theme, what makes it something you wouldn't want to miss?
Well, Destination Love 2025 is set up to be a 3.5-day life-changing experience, really aiming to reclaim the true meaning of love. You can expect, for instance, a high-energy concert with Acts of the Apostles. They're the band behind songs like Jivanjal and Yesuki Jai, so powerful worship. But also there will be choice-based sessions, so you can kind of tailor it to what you need. Buzz groups for real interaction, discussion, Q&A sessions on different topics too. So lots of chances for deep engagement, asking questions, personal growth. It's really designed as this immersive, supportive space to help you live out that message that you made for this.
So wrapping up our deep dive today, we've seen this incredible journey of the Love campaign, from that initial spark through all the evolution leading right up to Destination Love 2025. It's fundamentally about understanding your own profound value and purpose.
Which really leaves us with a question, doesn't it? In a world that's constantly shouting about who you should be, what you should chase, what does it really mean for you personally to grab hold of that idea that you are made for this?
Yeah. So if you're a teenager, a young adult looking for clarity, for purpose, for a community that gets it and empowers you to live authentic love, then Destination Love 2025 sounds like it's definitely for you. It's an invitation, really, to be part of what they call the revolution has begun, a revolution of love, of purity. Time to explore what being made for this truly means.